Hi everybody.
Hi,
Welcome to
everyone.
welcome to Bella Crafts Live. How is everybody doing today?
Good, we hope.
Yes, very good, we hope, right?
Better than us, we hope.
I know better than us. I think that probably speaks to 99% of the people around anymore.
Yes.
I'm going to turn up my sound a little bit. There we go. Okay, so welcome. We're so happy to have you guys here. And for those of you that this is the first time you're watching us or you're catching us, then my question is, where have you been? We've been doing this fun stuff now for a while.
We have.
Yes.
And we have prizes every week.
And we have prizes every week. Yes, we do.
Or at least every week we're live. There are occasions where we take a week off.
This is true.
Hey,
This is true.
Dorothy, you caught us live again.
Oh, yeah. So if you are seeing us for the very first time, my name is Lisa Rojas, and my business partner and very dear friend is Ann Butler. And Ann and I own Bella Crafts Publishing. We publish a free digital craft magazine, absolutely free. There's no tricks or no, we don't do that. We don't sell, the only thing that you need to do is you need to head to our website and say that you want the magazine, put your email address in, and it'll go straight into your inbox every time we have a new issue that comes out, which is 4 times a year. Autumn or fall is out now.
It is.
Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, and does an amazing job of putting this magazine all together.
It helps having good photos.
Yes, that does. Yeah, because you don't want ugly photos in
Well, I meant like the magazine is beautiful because the covers are always so fantastic.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yes. And yeah, it is all about, it's all about the projects, all about the photography, and we know that you will love it. And Anne will be putting links in for me. Once I start my live or my demo, she'll put all the links in that her and I are talking about. Yes. So you won't miss anything at all. So
Angie, Sylvia,
hi,
Jean, Beatrice.
There we go.
Yeah, everybody's coming.
Yeah. Did we miss anybody?
Nope, I don't think I got Dorothy earlier.
Okay, Angie, Sylvia, Sandy, Jeannie, Beatrice, Sylvia. Okay, all right. We got you covered here, ladies. We've got you covered. So Anne is going to tell you a little bit about not our free, sorry. Back that up. These are books that you do pay for. These are
our digital ebooks.
Yes, our ebooks. So before my foot gets any further down my throat, I am going to pass it over to Miss Ann, and she'll tell you all about our ebooks that are not free.
Sylvia, her fantastic pumpkins were on the cover in 2020. Yes. I saw those in our Do You Love to Craft group, and I knew that they were stunning. And I asked her if we could have that and if she would, it was a project in the magazine, and they were just absolutely stunning.
Yeah. Beautiful project. We still talk about it to this day. It's been 3 years, right?
Well, it is.
We got to talk about the good stuff.
Our ebooks. We have ebooks on the website. You can click at the top of the menu, it says ebooks, and there's a drop-down menu with all of our books. And then there's also a drop-down menu for print on demand. They're not all listed on there. I think last week I mentioned I was working on the website. And hopefully by the first part of November, it will be live. So then some changes will be made and it'll be easier. I know somebody had told me one time, I can't find your ebooks anywhere. Well, on a phone, the website doesn't show up right.
Yeah.
So with the website I'm creating right now, I'm able to go in and format it for like a desktop, like what I'm on right now, a laptop, an iPad, and a phone. So everything up for everybody. So I'm excited about that. I mean, so our ebooks. Our newest ebook is Zentangle Basics with Cindy Shepard. And I have a print copy because this is a print on demand. And so you can order a print copy if you want. But I just wanted to show it to you guys. I mean, this cover actually is one of the Zentangle she did. And this is 8.5 by 11. So this is 11 inches. Well, it's about 10.5 because they trim some off when they print. But this actual design here is like a 4-inch design. So we had to blow it up so you guys could see all of the beautiful detail of her work. So just imagine her work is 3 times smaller than this. I mean, it's so beautiful.
Right?
And inside the book, I can't see. So inside the book,
okay,
that's straight.
There you go, right there. Stop.
Oh, there are step-by-step. Step 1, step 2, you know, it takes you through completing each of these tangles, as they're called.
Right.
And I mean, it's just fantastic.
And that is the cool part about this book, because Cindy covers from the very first dot that she puts down on the paper to the end of the tangle, which, to me is just, it's fabulous because, if you're a newbie like me, it's really, really easy to follow. And it's fabulous.
Well, and then we have a gallery in the back where she has full pictures of some of her work. And these two are blown up because I put up here, this is a 3.5 inch by 3.5 inch square. And really on here, it's more like 6 by 6. So it's a fantastic book. So if you guys are looking for something fun, maybe you want the print copy. I mean, I love digital because it's easy, but give me a print book and I'm happy.
I know, right? I know. I do not.
Jeannie, I didn't realize there was a print copy. I purchased the one that just print it off your computer. And you can do that. You can just print it right off your computer. And sometimes it's easier and maybe you don't want the whole thing printed out. Right. But if you want a print copy, it is available. A lot of our books are print on demand. If they're too big, like our 103 Christmas crafts, which is about 150 pages. We have that printed on demand. I mean, it's like $38, $40, So we know we couldn't sell those. But the smaller ones, we try to do print on demand.
Well, because we want to, we want to keep the cost down for everybody to be able to enjoy it. So that's the reason why we do both with the digital and the print, if you've got the extra money, awesome. But,
and the room for both.
And the room.
I mean, they do take up space, whereas a digital is just on your computer. So
exactly.
Yes.
But still, it's that paper. I am so with you on that, Anne.
I don't offer all of them that way because, like I said, some of them are so large, it's not cost effective. I know one we did with Eileen, her journal treasury one, that one too was 150 pages. It is gorgeous.
Yeah.
I bought one copy myself and I gave it to Eileen for because it's her book, so she'd have a copy. But generally we'll buy 2 copies and that way we always have one to show and we always give one to the author. But when they're that expensive, it's hard. So that's why when we've been doing ebooks, I try to make sure they're like under 80 pages, because then it's a little more cost effective and somebody can afford to get a print. This one is 52 pages. So
yeah. And that's a lot, a lot less than, I mean, those books that, that Eileen did for us were, just fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to I was trying to find us on my iPad over here, and yeah, you didn't, yeah. Again, and I just cannot find it. So, I'm a little crazy today, but that's all right. Okay, so let's see. We talked about the magazine, we talked about the ebooks, our Do You Love to Craft group. Okay, so if that is a group that we have on Facebook, and we would love for you to join. It's called Do You Love to Craft? So check that out, because we'd love to have you. And then also our giveaway. Let's talk about our giveaways. Okay, so as Anne had mentioned at the very beginning, we have giveaways every single week that we are on, which every single week we are on. But every once in a while, something happens. I get sick, she gets sick,
We go on vacation.
So, we go on vacation. Yep, sure. We do that. We do that. Well, yeah, we try to go on vacation. But hey. So I lost my train of thought. I'm insane. I'm telling you guys.
We do giveaways every single week. We have wonderful sponsors, and we couldn't do this without them.
Yes, thank you.
I mean, we will announce last week's door prize winner during my live today. I'm going live at 2:00 Central Time, and Lisa and I will both be here, and we'll be with Eileen, and she's going to share her latest projects from Sizzix, her latest dies, and we'll announce the winner for that. And the winner was going to receive both of our Christmas ebooks, 103 Christmas Crafts by Joe Pearson, and I can't remember the title, the Ribbon Craft book.
Holiday and projects and more. Or I don't.
I have to look. And Julie McGuffey.
Yes.
So you will receive both of those, and
hashtag Bella Crafts. Yeah, hashtag Bella Crafts. And this is like the most important part of all of this for the giveaways, because we get a lot of our views on replay, right? We get the majority on replay. So we want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to get in on the giveaway each week. So we leave it open until the following Tuesday at midnight Central Time. So you have all of that time, almost a whole full week, where you can hashtag Bella Crafts, and every time you do, it will be entered into a randomizer for the giveaway. That's how it works. And those of you that are watching from YouTube, same thing goes for you guys, because I do check the comments. So when you're hashtagging Bella Crafts, I will definitely, see them for both. And then you'll be entered in the giveaway. So, if you're watching this, let's say on Friday is what, the 20th? If you're watching on Friday the 20th, you still have a chance to get in on the giveaway. So
which is always nice.
Yes, always nice, because we want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to win.
Yeah.
Okay, so today, as Anne said, we are working with Sizzix, and I made a project from one of Eileen's new sets, which I was pretty excited about. I love her dies. They're just I love them. All right. So what I did with it is I created this beautiful tag. And then right here on this little piece down here, I added a little bit of Velcro. And then you can open it to Merry Christmas.
Cute.
So yeah, right. So that is what we are creating today. Simple project for the most part, for me, it was just cutting out all the dies and, and which ones I wanted to use and how many. And, I had little pieces all over my table. It reminded me of you, Anne, a couple of weeks ago when you did that. I mean, I had them everywhere. They were on the floor. Yeah, it was a mess.
And you can't stop because maybe I want this color. Maybe I want the envelope in this color.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly. I went through so many pieces of cardstock. The good thing though about this project in particular is you can use all of your scraps. Use those little pieces up.
You notice she has a lot of blue scraps.
I do. And a lot of blue papers. And wait till you see my new mat. Yeah. I like blue. What can I say? See, blue. I have my snowman watch on for y'all today. I know, right? The only thing I didn't get done were my nails, but oh well. Hopefully, hopefully when I start feeling a little bit better, I'll get those done too. So, all right, you guys, let us switch it up. I'm going to switch cameras and I'm going to do my thing. So talk amongst yourselves.
So when you do the hashtag, make sure you like, comment, and share. That's how you can enter to win this week's giveaway.
Oh, and that's great.
Be,
there we go.
Something from Sizzix. So I'm going to leave and put links in.
All right. And I need to stop and have a little bit of beverage. I don't know why my camera always looks.
I was going to say it's kind of at a funny angle. Okay. That's better.
Yeah.
Well, it's flatter. It was like you were going up a hill before.
Okay. Well, because I bought a new, that.
Yeah, you're going down.
Yeah. Gosh darn it. I got a new light, so I could see my table better. And I have to try to manage my light now. It has to go underneath my camera, right? Because it can't, So my light, I know you guys can't see, but my light is just like an inch, not even an inch above my camera. So, but I had to do it like that in order. So, and I was working on it last night, like at 10 o'clock at night. I gave up. I said, I'm going to bed. So I'll get it figured out for the next live. But there we go. This is what we are creating today. I absolutely love this project. It just makes me happy with all of this blue. I just love it. And all of the glitter paper and all of the fancy stuff. And then here, as I said before, here is where I added a little tag there. And you can leave it open if you want. I put a tiny bit of Velcro down here so it would just catch. And there you go. Super easy. All right. So let's get started so I can show you how to create this beautiful project. All right. So first of all, I'm going to show you the die set that I used. This is the die set from Eileen. I need to plug my glue gun in here real quick. Come on. There we go. All right. So this is one of Eileen's new dies, her die set. And I just love it because it has all of these cute little, it's got the cute little flowers, the envelope that you can tuck things in. It's got a file folder here that you can also, as you saw on mine, you can, put stuff in, the little hearts. It's just a great set. So this is what we are playing with today. All right. So to get started. All right. So first, to get started, I have this huge, and it is big. This is a chipboard tag. Now, you don't necessarily need anything this heavy. Actually, I think it's probably more mat board than chip. But I don't know. I just kind of like the stability of it. So what you're going to do to start with, this is what it looks like, to begin. So what we're going to do is the very first thing is cover with our pattern paper. Okay, very first thing. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to lay this beautiful lace, or not lace, ribbon trim. This is from Gwen Studios. I love this. I just love, love, love. So we're going to add this. And I found the easiest way to add ribbon or trim that has like a lot of openings in it. I just found that it's just really super easy to just kind of, where you want it to go, to just lay down just a little bit of glue right where you're laying it down, because it's not going to go anywhere. And then that way you don't have your glue seeping out all over everything. So that is just, a little tip from me. All right. So we've got that down. And that little bit of glue will hold everything, hold your ribbon in place. So we don't need to worry about it. All right. So then I'm going to cut off these little areas here over. So I'm going to cut these off. There we go. Okay. All right, so now you've got the start. So now you're ready to start putting everything together and decorating it. So I'm going to push this over to the side, and then I'm going to show you all of these cool. I'm telling you, I went bonkers with it. Absolutely bonkers. But that's all right. So what you're going to do for my project is you're going to cut the file twice from your pattern paper. Okay. And the only reason why I'm doing this on this for this particular piece is because it's not double-sided. So if it was double-sided, I would have just left it alone, but it's not. So that's why I wanted to have it covered, because you are going to see the inside and the outside. So let me make sure that I have this right. All right, there we go. And then it's scored. So you're just going to fold that over. Okay. And then we're just going to add a little bit of glue here. Or a tape runner, whichever you would like. I use both. So, all right. So we've got our little piece here. And then the next big piece is our envelope. And this one was double-sided. So I didn't need to worry about, covering the inside of it, since it was going to be open. But then after I put everything together, it wasn't going to be able to be seen anyways, because I stuffed a bunch of hearts in there. So you die cut this on another piece of pattern paper. And then again, it is got all the score marks that you need. So you're going to fold all these over just like this. And there we go. All right. And then we've got our flap here. I'm not going to fold that all the way down because I'm going to glue it on just like this. So I don't want it to be down because I'm going to put things in it. So next we're going to add just a tad bit of glue on either side there. And then that'll make sure that your sides are closed. And of course, it's always going to take a while, right? Come on. Oh, well. All right. All right. Let's try something different. How about we add some tape here? See if that won't hold it. No, what the heck? Oh my gosh.
It's probably too wet.
Huh?
Maybe it's too wet from when you put them together.
Yeah, it might be. It's going to be one of those kind of lives, you guys. You know, where I'm like half crazy before I'm done.
Dorothy said you need some clothespins to hold it while it dries.
I know, right? Or those little clamps. I have tons of those little clamps. Do you think I'd use them? No. All right, so there we go. We've got our little envelope. And then what I did next was I cut out, a variety of heart shapes. And there's 3 different sizes in the die set. So you're totally good there. And then here with this, what I did was I die cut the flower out, this large flower, and I did it on some glitter paper that I had. And then this tiny little heart here that's in the silver. Okay. I die cut that. That is the smallest heart. So you're going to die cut one of those in the glitter paper, and you're going to put that on top. And then the leaves, what I did for the leaves was I die cut the leaves and I used the smaller size. Okay. So let me show you the die so you'll at least know kind of what I'm trying to say. Did I put them away? Probably. I think I put them away. All right. But anyways, there's 2 sets of leaves, or 2 sizes of the leaves in the die set. I used the smaller one. And all I did was I cut out 4 of them, 4 leaves. And then I attached the 2 of these onto this flower with the heart. Okay. So you're going to do that. That's going to be going on in just a minute. And then our envelope here, now we're going to start adding our little hearts in. And then what was easy for me, I'm just going to go ahead and, nope, you know what? I'm not. I'm going to glue. All right. So you're going to add a little bit of glue. And then just put these inside your envelope. It's so darn cute. And you can see I did them in all different patterns and the different sizes. So yeah, I was having a jolly good time. And you know what I do? This is a tip for you guys. This is what I do. Anytime I get a new die set, I always cut it out on a piece of, just yucky paper, something that my granddaughter would, play with. And so I always cut it out so I know that, that's what I'm going to be seeing when I'm putting this on my pretty paper. So for this, that's where I was having the issues with the paper, because then I couldn't decide what colors. And yeah, it was a little crazy. But anyway, so we're going to add these little hearts in. See, that one didn't glue. And then this one's going to go right here in the middle. There. Okay. All right. So we've got that for now. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this all off to the side here for just a minute, because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the inside of the file folder. Okay. So what I did was I used my circle dies from Sizzix. And as you can see, I cut them in 2 sizes, the white and the blue here. And then what we're going to do is, here we go. We're going to stamp this white piece. And of course, I'm using my Gina Kate ink pads because I love Gina Kate ink pads. They are the very best. All right. So we're going to stamp this right on top of this circle here. There we go. Okay. I'll set that to the side. And then we're just going to stick the 2 of these together real quick. See, that's what I said about this project. It's, it goes together fairly easy once you know exactly what you want to use. All right. So there's for the tab, for the inside of the file folder. And then what I did also was I created a regular tag. Okay. And I had these really, really cute frames. So I made the tag the same size, obviously, as the frame. And then what I did with this one, let me make sure I have the right stamp here. All right. So again, there we go. Again, I'm going to use my Gina K. And we're going to stamp this right in the center here. Make sure that that's fairly straight. All right. We're going to put that right down there in the center. There. So pretty. All right. And I'm going to put that off to the side and then put my black ink pad away, because if I don't, I'm going to get my elbows in it. All right. And then I took my blue. This is powder blue, one of my favorite colors that Gina has. I love this blue. And then this is also a a snowflake stamp set from Gina K. And let me grab, do I have it? Yes, I do. This is on her wreath builder set. Okay, so this is the image down here that I used, and then also the 2 words are done with Gina K. All right, just so you guys know. So we're going to lay this down. This is the little snowflakes, and this just happened to fit perfectly right on top of my tag, which I was so excited about. All right, so then I'm going to add one right below. Excuse me, guys. And then another one right above. Whoop. And there we go. All right. So now we're ready to put this tag in its little housing here. And I do not remember where I got this, you guys. It was just in my stash. So I have a few of them. But I couldn't tell you where I got them because I just don't remember. But there it goes. It fits in there perfect. And then what you can do is just take some pliers or something, and you're just going to push this down a little bit, just so that's going to hold it in place. It doesn't, it's not a necessity because it's not going anywhere. But, I like to make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be. There we go. All right. So now we've got our 2 tags. I'm going to put holes in both of them. I'm going to add a little hole here, and I'm using the smaller size. There we go. Oops. All right. And then also, we're going to do the same thing with this one. Although, I did change my mind after, because I did do it like this, and then I changed my mind after. But this is what I did originally. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Okay, so now I have my 2 tags. Now I'm ready to kind of put everything together. So I also have these really, really pretty ribbons. And these are the holiday ribbons. These are also Gwen Studios. All right. So we are going to put this one down first. I am not going to add. Oh, I might as well. I'm here. All right. I'm going to go ahead and add the little ribbon here. I am not going to try to do the ribbon that I did on the this tiny ribbon that I added on the bow here, because last night I was having issues like bad. So I thought, okay, I am not going to be fighting with this while I'm trying to do my live for you guys. So, all right. And then, you can either tie it If you want, I'm going to add just a tad bit of glue on either side. And then that will also hold it in place. And then you're not going to have the bulk from a knot if you do it this way. All right, so you're going to pull that other piece up. There we go. Okay. I'm going to pull it apart just a little bit so it looks cuter. And then trim those. And now this is ready to go inside your folder. So since I have my glue already out, I'll go ahead and add my glue. Make sure it will shut okay. And then I'm going to add this. And now we're ready to start putting everything together on our tag. All right, so we've got this first piece on. And that's on there nice and pretty. And then I'm going to add my little envelope that I have right up here. But before I do that, I want to put my two little pieces. Where are they? There they are. My two little leaves, because I also added some leaves to these just because I liked the glitter paper, and it brought it out, made it a lot more colorful. A little bit more bling added. So you're just going to take a little bit of glue and just stick these in. I'm going to add this one. There we go. Okay, see, it just gives it a little bit more glittery, right? I just think it's so cute like that. All right, so now we're going to figure out, okay, that's where I want that to go. You know, and it is so much nicer and so much easier now that we don't have to constantly turn things around when we're working.
It is.
It's so much nicer. All right, so we're going to add our envelope there. Let that sit for a second. All right, and then while that's trying to glue down, I'm going to flip this around, and I'm going to use the bigger hole punch for this because this is the big hole that's in the tag. And then I also, because I wanted to add my ribbons to it. So for my ribbons, I'll do that last. All right, so next, I've got my little heart here, this really pretty blue heart.
I love all the hearts.
I know, aren't they just so cute?
They really are.
Yeah, I was going back and forth on the hearts and the flowers and the hearts and what I wanted to use more. Or, I originally did all of the flowers in all different types of glitter paper. And I just didn't like them like that. So I have them for another project. If I decide to, use them for something else.
I do know that.
Yeah. So now I've got these these are the medium-sized hearts that I used. And then these we're just going to put down here, down at the bottom. And what I did for these was I just laid the first one down. Okay, just like that. And then you'll notice that I only added to the tail of the heart, because then what I did was I tucked this in the other heart. There we go. And then lastly, this last one here on top. Cute, cute, cute.
So cute.
I love this. This is a really, really cool die set. I really like it a lot. All right. So next, I'm going to take my flower here and a little bit of glue. That was a little much of glue, but that's all right. All right, so I've already got my heart attached and I already have my 2 leaves. So already die cut and glued on. So I'm just going to put this one right about here. You know, and you can decorate this and lay the stuff down whichever way you want. This was just how I did it. Okay, so, you know, feel free to move them around, different colors. You can do all kinds of cool things with this because I think originally this was like for a spring, you know, a spring project where you've got flowers and that kind of stuff. But I wanted to do a Christmas theme because, you know, I mean, although I hate to admit it, it is coming quickly. All right, so now we're going to take our other tag. And what I did with that was laid it down right there. But before I do that, I'm going to show you. I added my ribbons. And I used 2 different types of ribbon. 2 different colors, I guess I should say. I've got glue on my fingers, so now everything's sticking to me. All right, and then I'm like, oh, okay, that looks about good. So I'm going to cut 2 of these, same size.
That assortment has so many pretty ones in it.
It does. I mean, how many are in that pack, Anne? Is it like 12?
They have some that have 12 and some that have 24.
Yeah, I think this one. Yeah, I think this one is the 12, because I think there's 3 rows of 4. All right. So for this, because I'm not going to check again. This is why I thought about it later. But I did this first. So I decided once I did that I didn't want the bulk of adding ribbons directly through the hole. So that's why I didn't end up using it. But it's there if you want to put the holes, you know, you want to put the ribbons through. But what I did with these then, because I want to make sure that I can see my ribbon on both sides. Right? You want the ribbon to be going in both sides. So what I like to do is just take it and turn it right about like that. Can you guys see how I did that? Okay, I just flipped one over the other. And I used glue gun on this because it works so much faster. All right, so now there we have this piece. And then I'm going to do the same with this ribbon. Boop. Fold it over and give it a little bit of glue. And then that way, your ribbons are always going to be in the same, you know, you're going to be able to see both sides. On each side is what I mean. Okay.
You're going to be able to see the right side.
There we go. What Anne said. All right. So now I'm just going to take my little ribbons that I got here. And I'm going to lay. Get that. No, that's all right. No, thank you, Siri. You don't need your help right now. All right. So I'm going to add these right on top. There we go. And then before I put the other piece on, I'm going to trim these up just a bit.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you know, you can't have nasty looking ribbons, right?
Right.
Yeah. No nasty looking ribbons. You gotta trim them. All right, so let me get all of this mess out of the way. All right, so now we're going to take this tag and put it right here on top. So that's going to cover this part so you don't see this. So that's going to cover that. Plus it's going to add some more dimension and stuff to it. But before I do that, what I wanted to show you that I did on mine is I have these strips of jewels, and you can get these anywhere. You can get them anywhere. So what you would do before you laid everything down, you would go ahead and glue these all the way around. Now, what I did on mine, and I'm going to show you in the finished one, and I didn't want to take the time to glue all of it, but what I did on mine was I started here, I glued it around all the way down here and right here to the end. I did not do this side at all because I didn't want it to interfere with my ribbon trim. So you'll see what I mean here. And see, I added it here, and then I just went all the way around till right about there. And then I stopped. So for this last piece, then that's what we're going to do. We're going to take this. So you're going to put that on before you would do anything else on this. Lay your ribbon first. And then if you want to do this trim, then go ahead and put around. The trim is not necessary because this is just really blingy just the way it is. So if you don't want to put trim on it like that, don't worry about it because it's just as pretty without it. And for this, too, what I wanted to say, get that on there. All right, I'm going to pull that down just a tad. See, so it doesn't really need all of this all the way around because I got this really pretty background paper on it. And you want some of the background paper to, to show through. But this step is totally yours if you want to do it or you don't. But then the last thing that I would do then is I would take the pretty gray that I did and then make a little bow. And again, I'm not going to try and do it right now because we'll be here for a while. My fingers are a little numb. All right, so I'm going to set this off to the side, and then I'm going to show you again. So this is the finished. And you see how pretty that is? I mean, I do have to say for me, because I am a bling girl, I do like the trim all the way around, with the ribbon. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful match. It's a really pretty pairing together of the two blings, but it's totally up to you if you want to do it that way or not. But as I said, for this piece down here, I added a tiny bit of Velcro just to keep it shut if I wanted to, or you can leave it open either way. So there it is. You see?
Beautiful.
All that pretty. All of that.
And I agree. I like the extra.
Yeah, I mean,
I would.
I'm looking. Yeah, you would because you're like me. We like our bling. Yeah, because I'm looking at them.
They're both beautiful.
Yeah, but this, I don't know. This one just pops a lot more to me.
Well, it does because on the one that you just created, it has more of the dark blue going all the way down, whereas the other one has lighter blue up underneath that tag. Yep, right there.
Yeah. Yep.
So the bling just makes it pop.
Yeah, I agree. I really, really like it. So, but if you don't, you don't have this stuff, or you don't want to buy it, you can also just use ribbon trim around there too. A really pretty ribbon trim. You can add this that I added to the base of it. You could add that all the way around. So it's up to you how you want to get it finished, but that's how I did mine. So
and then you use Velcro on your little folder.
I did a little tiny piece because I have to share this because I love this stuff. I use this stuff a lot. A lot.
I know.
These are these tiny little glue dots, or Velcro dots, I should say, from Velcro. And I don't know, you guys can see how tiny they are, right? Okay,
Yeah,
so
they're about a 1/2 inch, I think.
yeah, they're tiny, tiny. Yeah, so what I did was I just cut one in half because I just wanted a really little piece. But I use this a lot when I'm doing like different openings on my cards or my projects. I use these little Velcro dots. I love these.
Well, I think
So,
they made those ones specifically for paper crafting too.
yeah, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would imagine. All right, so you guys talk amongst yourselves for just a minute while I switch
Okay,
cameras.
I am going
Whoops.
to say some of the comments that I have here. Dorothy said, is the lacy ribbon Gwen Studios also? Yes, it is. It's in their Christmas line. And I think you can maybe order from
Oops.
walmart.com. I put a link in there. It's just walmart.com. You put in Gwen Studios. And the blue ribbon showed up right away when I did that. But the lacy stuff is from their Christmas line, and it's the Snowflakes. They have a lot of open cut designs. They're really pretty.
Beautiful designs.
Yep.
Beautiful. I have I put them away, but I have quite a few of them like this. And they're just, there was one that I used, I think last year on a project where it was this deep, deep blue.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the sunflower, or not sunflowers. I always say that. The snowflakes.
Yeah.
I know I got sunflower on the brain, right? But it was in snowflakes too, but it was that dark blue. And it, of course, I didn't want to use it on this because the pattern, you know, the paper is too dark.
Oh no, this was perfect.
You know, yeah, I wanted something lighter. But yeah, I just love how this turned out.
It turned out beautiful. Beatrice loves blues too. Yes.
Yay.
It is beautiful. Amy loves the colors you chose. Sandy, the tag is beautiful, and there's so many techniques to add to it, which you did. I mean, and Amy said adding the dimension and layering are the hardest thing for her.
The what in the layering?
Adding dimension and layering things are the hardest thing for her. You just have to play. Playing
always.
You know, and you can lay things down without gluing them.
Yep.
You know, and just audition different pieces and see what you like.
I do that all the time. Every project that I work on, you know, like I said, with my dies, I cut them out on some construction paper, and that way I can see what everything's going to look like before I start cutting my good paper. Because, you know, I mean, let's face it, I could use like 2 sheets of paper, my pattern paper, and I would have some for if I lived another 50 years, right? But I still don't like messing them up if I'm not getting, you know what I'm saying? So for me, I like to be able to lay it all out first, see what it's going to look like. And then that way I can decide, do I want the layer here? Do I want it there? And it just makes it so much easier.
You know why that's good also?
Huh.
Okay, so you die cut all the pieces and you put them in your little pocket or wherever you have your dies.
Mm-hmm.
If you lose it, if a die is on your table and didn't get in the package, you can always figure out which set it goes to.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you're like, oh my gosh, where does this go? You know, and it can take you a long time.
Well, you know, one of the things that I've learned quickly after I got my paper cutter from We Are Memory Keepers, I got their paper cutter.
Yes,
Absolutely
remember
love it.
we were at a show.
Absolutely love it, but it catches my dies. So if I have dies on my table, it'll catch them, and then I'll be going, what are you doing with that die? What are you doing with that die? You know, and I start freaking out because I can't find my die. And then I learned I got to flip it over, and there it is.
Yeah, kind of magnetic. Angie said, I love that tag. All the elements remind me of a junk journal page, which is true.
There you go.
You know, junk journaling is fun. It's easy, and the pages are stunning.
Yeah.
Just like Lisa's tag.
I mean, oh, thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you,
your tag was beautiful.
But, I mean, and another thing that you could do, you could just mix media this all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
If you wanted to use paints and, that kind of stuff. I don't like to do that stuff for lives because it usually takes a while. And, I don't want everybody to be sitting here for 2 hours while I'm painting something and, whatever. So, but yeah, you could do so many different things with this. And these dyes are fabulous. And as you could see, you don't have to do them for a spring or summer.
Oh, yeah.
For the flower aspect of them.
Because this is from her Eileen's Chapter 3 release, which I think released in July.
Yes.
So it's very cool that you gave it a twist and used it for winter.
Just, make something with the winter. I just, I love it. I have a whole lot of Eileen's dyes because I love her dyes. She's just fabulous.
She is. On my table here in front of me, because we'll be having Eileen on in about an hour, I grabbed a bunch of stuff that I've created only with her journal dyes. So I have just during in an hour when we're with her, then I can show you all the different mediums you can use with her dyes.
There you go.
Amy, yes, it is good advice. You just play more. I mean, just set aside, even if it's 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just sit and play. And, that's what's going to make you more comfortable with using certain products or putting things together that you maybe never would have before.
Right.
And then sometimes things are happy accidents.
Oh my gosh, how many of those I've had.
Yeah, that's what I find when I'm playing. I find like, oh my goodness, this is really a cool technique. I need to share this, So
yeah, you just, it's going to take you a little bit longer for your project when you're doing something like that. But trust me when I say this, it is so much better to put it. I mean, you don't have to glue everything down, just lay it all out is what I'm saying. But it is so much better to do it that way than to have all of your beautiful papers cut out and you start putting things together and then you realize, oh my gosh, this looks terrible like that. I should have put something else there. So it's all about playing. And to me, the extra time it takes, it's worth every minute, because when you ruin a project, it can be heartbreaking. I hate ruining projects. If they're paper, I don't worry about it too much.
Yeah, I was gonna say I take them apart.
Well, yeah, she does.
Yeah,
and I've learned to do that a little bit.
You have
better, but I used to give mine all to my mom, and she would just give them all out to the people at her.
She didn't care if they were perfect or not.
No, heck no.
Like my mom, just if it's from one of us, it's like
All right, you guys. So thank you so much for joining us this morning, afternoon, or wherever we are.
Evening if you're in the UK.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Evening in the UK. Yep. All right. So Anne's we're both gonna be back in an hour with Eileen. We're both excited. We love Eileen. She's just so much fun. We've been friends with her for 20 plus years.
Plus.
Yeah. Plus. Yes, definitely. All right. So make sure that you come back for that, because we're going to have some fun with her. And like we always say, every single week, take a little time to craft.
Because it's good for your soul. It really is.
Trust me on that. All right, you guys.
You're welcome, Dorothy. We will see you guys all later.
Oh, yeah. We'll see you in an hour. Yep.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.